Did you know that scene was later used in the opening of the Shining Time Station episode "'Tis a Gift"? It's true, because it surfaced online and I saw
Minnesota,
the opening.
Alaska? How about Arizona? I know Arizona is usually thought of as being hot, but this is winter in the high country of northern Arizona, and it snows quite a bit here.
Well, it's almost beginning to be spring.
This
So
280 consolidation
right now,
type steam
the
locomotive
snow might be
is
melting.
owned by the Grand Canyon Railroad, a tourist train that runs between Williams, Arizona and the south rim of the Grand Canyon, about 65 miles to the north.
Wait a minute, that's the Alex Roy Train's closing
The
theme
Grand
instrumental.
Canyon is the most spectacular natural attraction in
Shouldn't they be
North
playing the
America,
Grand Canyon Suite?
and one of the most impressive in the world. It covers an area of 1,900 square miles. It's 277 miles long,
Like on the trail,
and
it should
18 miles wide, and has an average depth of 1 mile.
How deep is that?
How deep is that? Well, the Sears Tower in Chicago is the second tallest building in the world. You could stack 3 Sears Towers on top of each other, and you still wouldn't reach the top of the canyon. If you visit the Grand Canyon, it's a good idea to take the train because it's a fun ride, and the train can bring 300 to 400 people at one time, which means these people don't have to drive their cars. This reduces pollution, which is a good thing.
I want to go there.
The Grand Canyon Railroad's passenger train is headed by number 18, a 280 consolidation low-wheel steamer.
Ooh.
It was built by the American Locomotive Company in 1910.
I flew in
It weighs 145 tons. The heavyweight passenger cars were built in the 1920s by the Pullman Company of Chicago, Illinois.
Washington?
The cars are painted Pullman green with gold lettering, and they each seat 92 people. Both the engine and the cars were restored in 1989. The trip from Williams to the south rim of the canyon is 64 miles long and takes about 3 hours. On this day, there is so much snow that a front-end loader had to be called in to help clear the tracks.
Also known as a backward digger. Looks like Scoop from Bob the Builder.
There's a grade outside.
I thought he said there's a gray outside.
That's too steep for the steamer to make on its own. So 2 GP7 low-nose diesels, numbers 2134 and 2072, are called in to help.
How would that
The helper
sound like a
diesels
horn?
are coupled or lashed to the front of the steamer. With the assistance of the 2 diesels, the steamer has no problem making the grade. Winding through ponderosa pines covered with the freshly fallen snow, the train makes a pretty picture as it approaches the Grand Canyon Station. The station, originally built in 1910, is located
I thought
right
you said
next
something
to the
like,
south
it's an
rim of
ocative.
the Grand Canyon.
That's not a word.
Here, the passengers get off and start their tour. Meanwhile, our steamer gets serviced for the return trip to Williams.
I thought that was like making the whistle sound.
The Grand Canyon is spectacular, all right, and the train ride to and from the Grand Canyon is pretty spectacular too.
I also know that the train ride to and from Seattle is also pretty spectacular too. Because I've been on that.